Sexual violence is usually committed by strangers in dark places. This is one of the biggest myths out there about sexual violence. Hi, my name is Cherish and I am a survivor of sexual violence. We often grow up with warnings such as don't walk alone at night, watch out for strangers, and yes, admittedly being a female out there in the world, it is more dangerous compared to being a man. And there are a lot of things that men probably take for granted. But you know the statistic that you sometimes hear, like, oh, 1 in 3 women will experience sexual violence or domestic violence. That violence is not committed by strangers in dark places. It's happening behind closed doors. Not by some random stranger, but by a friend, an intimate partner, a classmate, maybe a family member. Someone the survivor knows, and often someone they trust. That can make it even more confusing and traumatic because how do you make sense of harm coming from someone who is supposed to keep you safe? The answer is the victim is often groomed into it. They have had their boundaries crossed in a million small ways on a very, very consistent basis. So when the perpetrator finally crosses a big boundary, there is no pushback. Let me tell you how grooming can happen inside a relationship and how it can lead to sexual violence, often without a single bruise. Sarah met Mark. He was funny, intense, very interested in her. He wanted to know everything about her. What it made her feel safe, what she liked, what she didn't like. He told her things like, I've never felt this close to anyone before. And she believed him. Why wouldn't she after all? But then, as they got to know each other and as things intensified, something shifted. He started saying things like, babe, don't be so uptight. Everyone does it. Come on. You won't know if you don't like it if you don't try it. Every time she'd say no, he would withdraw and pout for days or act like she had hurt him. Or sometimes he might rage aggressively or stonewall her for days. When she would give in, he would act all sweet again and shower her with attention, and he was loving and back to his old funny, patient self. Eventually, she stopped saying no. Not because she wanted to, but she did not feel safe saying no. Afterwards, he would cuddle her and say things like, see, I knew you'd enjoy it if you just relax. That's how it happens. Not in dark alleyways with random strangers, although that also does happen. Most sexual violence is perpetrated by intimate partners in bedrooms with people who say that they love us. Coercion is violence. Freezing isn't consent. And grooming is something that doesn't just happen to kids. It happens to adults as well. Survivors often wrestle with questions like, but I didn't scream, I didn't shout. Was that really assault? Or, but we were dating, we were married. Is it really sexual violence? They're not a monster. How could they do that to me? It's the truth. Yes, it counts. If you didn't feel safe saying no, it counts. If you felt pressured, manipulated, and worn down, if your body froze, this is a survival response. If there was no enthusiastic, ongoing yes, then it wasn't okay. Period. You don't need bruises to prove that it hurt you. You do not need the perfect words to prove why it was wrong. If it felt violating, then it was. If you're still trying to make sense of it, you're not alone, you're not to blame, and I believe you. The more we talk about the real face of sexual violence, the more we shatter these myths. The myths that are held together by the silence of survivors and victims. And we create space for healing, for truth, and for justice. because survivors deserve to be heard and believed. This is how we finally break free from the stronghold that our abusers had on us, and that is to courageously share our stories.